When we teach illustration, it's important for our students to understand the ideas of hatching, stippling, even using scribbles or whatever to create tone by using a black line to create the sense of space and shadow. And a lot of times this will take the form of an exercise like this, which is pretty boring. But the ideas are important to kind of show our students that you can make light, medium, and dark areas just by using a black line and repeating it. Well, because this is used in the printing industry, I thought it would be fun to kind of use this for students to create a zine. And zines are an awful lot of fun, so I made a zine about how to make a zine. So I pulled this together and I told my students, you can pick your own subject. It could be a story, a poem, a joke, teach something, inform people about some information, or entertain them. And then I made these QR codes to show them how they could make a zine that was 8, 14, or 16 pages. And technically 16 pages is actually 8, just doubled. So they can watch a video that shows them how to fold up their paper to make those. We're going to be using tabloid paper, which is 11 by 17, which makes for a nice size zine as opposed to regular copy paper. And this shows the steps that it gets folded in. And students need to understand that sometimes the designs are going to be upside down in order for it to work out correctly. And my requirement for this particular project is that I need to see shading through one of those techniques. So they can stipple, or they can crosshatch. And I don't care which one, they can mix it up, and they can find another technique if they would like to on their own to exceed expectations. And that I make 10 copies of each for students to trade, share, and distribute. And I took what I felt were like the best examples, so I took one of their magazines, and they actually numbered them and signed them on the back page. And then there is my back page. So when you deconstruct a zine, it looks like this. And you can see that there are pages, in fact, that are upside down. And after working on this for a while, we figured out the order. It needs to go around the paper, and when it's folded in 8, we're cutting from here to here, and I actually made a dotted line on my example. The first page can be here, and ultimately it doesn't matter as long as you kind of think of it as this way and then this way, so the open end is the bottom of the magazine. And the first page, I started over here, but it could start anywhere as long as you go counterclockwise with your design, it will work. So this is page 1, and then I have students turn it around, page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And maybe it's easier to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, as long as they're turning it around. Now, if they do happen to make a mistake, they can cut it apart and then glue it back down correctly on another sheet of paper, but it's nice if it's one single sheet of paper. And when my students do this for real, on their final copy, I make sure that they don't do any folds. We use rulers to go ahead and draw all the lines in pencil, and then this can go through a photocopier easier. If it's got a wrinkle and it's got a cut in it, it's hard to put through the machine. So our original copy, mine looks like this. It's flat, and you can even paste on things on here if the students would like to do that. Magazine pictures, they can draw all of the stuff. I, of course, cheated and just printed out my things and put it there, but I want my students to draw. And then to fold it up, I have the students first take their image and fold it in half, and then they cut to the center point. I have them fold up, turn over, fold up again, and then I have them do a hinge, back and forth, and then the other direction, back and forth. And when we open it this way and do that, it kind of falls into place and creates a magazine. So let me show you some of the ideas my students did. So here we can see one, they did cross-hatching in an excellent way, and this one is on COVID. So we can see what is COVID. So this is an inform zine. What are some symptoms? And she did use some images from the internet, but then did a lot of the cross-hatching, and she even used stippling here for this one to finish it up. And then it is numbered. So this is 2 out of 10, so the student did 10 of them. This is the second one out of that series. Here's another way, 6 ways to practice grounding. So we've got some wonderful stippling going around here, and they created a wonderful little magazine this way. Another one was almost like a comic book, My Annoying Dead Roommate. So it's the roommate who's a ghost. And you can see some wonderful sense of space and cross-hatching in the background here to make their whole zine. This one is a joke that came out as the art contest, so it takes us step by step, but we could see that they used hatching and cross-hatching. We got some scribble in here. We've got the little word bubbles, we've got a little shadow underneath, and students understand that only black and white will transfer when we do a photocopy. A couple other examples, a nursing student did how to prep for surgery, steps to, for knotless here, okay, meeting your clients and discussing things, and then doing nails. So this is a student who has cosmetology classes, and I told them if they picked a subject that they were learning about in school, maybe they could get some extra credit from their other teachers. So this is a great way for students to explore stipple and hatching in a practical sort of way, and they have an awful lot of fun doing it.